Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Silvern Sidiel from The Silvern Show, and I'm streaming live today from Brunel University, where we're having the Jamaica Diaspora UK conference. And the topic is Legacy Beyond Jamaica. Yeah, Legacy Beyond Jamaica. And today I'm going to have some various interviews going on with Mr. Terry Long, the Honorable Alanda Terry Long, MP State Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who is here. We're going to be talking about the Windrush 75, the power of the Jamaican diaspora, leaving a lasting legacy in Britain. There's going to be discussions about promoting entrepreneurship and investing in Jamaica, strategies and best policies, engaging the diaspora youth, how do we pass on Jamaica identity across generations, and as well, how can the diaspora participate in Jamaica constitutional reform. Those are some of the topics which will be on today. But let's cut to the show now and cut to the conference, and we'll be back shortly.
In sport, to showcase your sporting talent. Take advantage of the opportunities to build strong businesses here in the UK and businesses back home in Jamaica. And then as one set build businesses, I encourage the others to support these businesses, support each other in these endeavors so that, we can open new markets. And I also encourage us to continue to provide leadership, as you have done. I so admire those Jamaicans who have displayed courage in stepping up to provide leadership in the local environment, in the councils, and all the political parties, and all the various state institutions in the UK. I'm really very proud of how you have stepped up to show that, we may come from an island of only 3 million people. Well, in 1948, it was much less than 3 million. But we have something to contribute to the building of Great Britain. So well done. With respect to Jamaica, I challenge you to continue to let your voices be heard. Let your voices be heard in the struggle to improve the institutions of Jamaica. Whether it is in education or in health, we have the constitutional reform discussion going on now. Let your voice. We need your input if we are going to realize our Vision 2030. So, as we consider these and other matters, I invite everyone here today to plan your trip to Kingston or to Montego Bay when we decide, all right? For the 2024 staging of the Jamaica Diaspora Conference. In fact, to do my register, when we go to have the register marked. But For my fellow legacy partners, say that we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you, friends. Have a great conference today.
Thank you, Courtney. That's good. Thank you. Wonderful words there. Okay, so I know you've had a long morning. I hope you've enjoyed what you have received so far. Because of the time situation, we're going to have one more brief presentation from Patrick Vernon, because he was meant to be part of the Windrush session, but he has to go. But before he goes, I would want to give him that opportunity just to update you on his thoughts on Windrush and the road ahead. Give him a couple of minutes to do that. Patrick, are you still needing to leave, or? Right, so we'll let Patrick speak to you. Then after Patrick, we will allow you to have some lunch and refreshments, and then we will return for some invigorating plenary sessions on some really interesting topics. So Patrick, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to briefly say something before you leave, and then we will go to lunch. Patrick Vernon, Windrush campaign.
I was going to be in the panel with Jackie, Paulette, Martin Livermore, and but unfortunately I've got to get to central London for another meeting. I just want to acknowledge everyone here, all the dignitaries here, and particularly the Minister and the congratulations on your new post. If you notice, the Minister is now wearing a Windrush badge. Have used, and the media have used, and that Windrush Day, which I was involved working with many other people campaigning for a National Windrush Day, is bittersweet. It's bitter because of the injustice, and maybe not just the injustice around what happened in the last several years around the scandal and the hostile environment policy. I mean, my parents, they came to Britain in the 1950s. My dad came from Hanover. Anyone? Hanover? Mom came from St. James. Yes. And I grew up in Wolverhampton, and they didn't realise when they moved to Wolverhampton that Enoch Power was a local MP. Maybe they must have contribution. You know, and I've said this quite a few times on TV, that this is going to be the last significant anniversary of our elders, Jamaican elders, who came here, sacrificed here, were invited here, made a difference here. You know, there's about 3-4 generations of Jamaicans in Britain now, or 4.0, depending on how you see the O bit. And they've contributed, and we don't give enough praise and recognition for their contribution.
Welcome back. Silburn here at the Diaspora conference in the UK. And I've got with me Miss Denise. Is it Denise, yes?
Denise Stevenson.
Denise
yes.
Stevenson from Emancipated Run Crew. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm really happy to be here. It's an honor.
Yes. And you're here for the Diaspora conference.
Yes, I am.
The Jamaica UK Diaspora conference.
Yes.
So that means you're Jamaican.
I am. My parents, both of them, mum and dad from Jamaica, dad's from Montego Bay, mum's from St. Thomas.
None from Ochi?
No.
I'm from Ochi, you know. Everybody sit on the chair. Just say you're straight out of Ochi.
Straight out of Ochi.
No, let's say straight out of Montego Bay. Straight out of Montego Bay.
Yes, and St. Thomas.
I brought you on because I noticed your run, which says Emancipated Run Crew.
Yep.
And we're in this zone now. We're talking about emancipation,
Absolutely.
the Windrush. Mm-hmm. What has been tell us about the Emancipated Run Crew and the drive and the vision behind it.
Absolutely. So we are an organization that helps black and brown people to move.
Yes.
Mainly through running, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to walk, you can walk, but really we're primarily about running a movement.
Yeah.
And really the impetus of it was, it started in its informal guise in 2014. Yeah. Once we landed that name of Emancipated Run Crew in 2019, then it just took off, right? And it was all about providing a space where people can just come and be really authentic,
Yes.
and really just say, actually, here are people doing running,
Yes.
and I can do it too.
Yeah.
So we've taken people from couch, literally, to a marathon.
Yes.
Yeah? And it's all about helping people just achieve their fitness goals and maintain fitness. I turned 50 last year, and it's just about, historically, generationally, our parents didn't move much.
It's interesting what you mentioned about 2019 you started, and then 2020 COVID came in,
Yes.
whereby everybody shut down.
Yep.
So you said it spiraled. It got,
Yeah, it did.
Is it because of the lockdown and also that?
A number of factors,
Yeah.
really. What the catalyst for that change was really the name change. So my sister came up with the name.
Yes.
Once we landed our name, and that was from God, and it was all about the history of emancipation.
Yes.
Right? The history of running has always been in our DNA. Our ancestors ran for slavery, right? And so our motto is run free, because we want to be able to run in spaces freely, without any kind of, baggage or criticism or feeling that way of you're not supposed to be here.
Yes.
So as a group, we run together. No one gets left behind.
Yes.
We always run free together.
I was thinking when you said like the emancipated crew for black and brown. Now we're in the UK now where everybody's talking about equality. I mean, how does that fare with the whole discrimination bit and inequality? You're black and brown. I mean, can white people run with you or walk with you?
No. So in terms of they can support us,
Yes.
but the space is primarily for black and brown people, and that's really important.
Yes.
Because we have to keep a space sacred for us.
Yes.
We have to have a safe space where our people can just belong. We operate in a virtual space very heavily. So
Yes.
your question about, how is it that over COVID it grew?
Yeah.
Because we had this virtual space. So
Yes.
we have a WhatsApp group, and we have over 100 people in that WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
And we were supporting and motivating each other
Inspiring.
and inspiring each
Yeah.
other to move. So one of our members, so we're a very broad and diverse group.
Yes.
We've got people from the ages of our youngest member is 14 up to
Okay.
the age of 60,
Yes.
60, right? One member of our group, he's 60. He gets up every morning early, first thing.
Yeah.
He's out the door, he's running.
Yeah.
And then everybody picks up their phone and that, Yuri's gone for a run. Chop, we must get
Yeah.
up now and
Yeah.
run. Do
So
you know
they
what I mean?
feel
It's that
challenged.
kind of-
They're challenged.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
It's
Yeah.
competitive, but actually it's inspiring,
Yeah.
So we're encouraging people to move through that space. And so going back to that emancipation piece, it's also about recognizing that we have this shared history, right? We have this shared history. So by and large, when black people or
Yeah.
even brown people come across the name Emancipated
Yeah.
Road Crew, they get it. The amount of questions from white people to say, what is that about? Well, they don't recognize it.
Yes.
And so from seeing that, you're thinking, this is not a space for you, and it's
Yeah.
not, because white people have lots of spaces.
Yes.
They have lots of running crews and races that they can go to,
Yeah.
and they feel all right.
Yeah.
But that's not afforded to us.
Yeah, no, that's very encouraging because, especially in the Windrush factor, I mean, lots of people in the past, they struggled to get places for
Yes,
themselves.
yes.
So they had to form their own space
Yes.
and build.
That's that.
So therefore, it is so important now that we, as you are to what you're saying, build our own space together, which is what you're doing.
100%. We always, we are, one of our mottos is we're no longer waiting to be asked to take a seat at the table.
Yeah.
We're building the table.
Yes.
We're building the table.
So therefore, we don't have the time to wait for them to give us an opportunity
Not
to
accepting-
celebrate
Yeah,
Windrush
no.
for Black History.
No.
It's not about a month, it's
No.
every day.
Every day. And Windrush is so important to
Yes.
us, right? As people from Jamaican heritage, as people from a joint diaspora where, we've been colonized, we've been subjugated, racism, everything, right? We have to now start looking at our past, but also our future, right? So
Yes.
we celebrate the Windrush generation. They brought so much and endured so much, right? So the other day, we did our Windrush run.
Yes.
So we ran from Windrush Square in Brixton all the way to Waterloo, that Waterloo statue, the Windrush statue in Waterloo, to celebrate them, to honour them, to say that we won't forget you, and I think that, and it uplifted our members.
Yes.
They came out in force, about 20 of us. We ran, we walked, no one was left behind, but we all kind of felt that sense of joint purpose,
Yes.
joint celebration.
Yeah.
As us as black people, you don't get to experience that every day.
So in wrapping up now, and just last thing, I said one time that to be a part of the Windrush generation, have you got to have parents who came on the Windrush empire, or did they have to be in the era at the time?
I think.
Do they have to be on the Windrush empire?
For me, I don't. No.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, our parents and none of our parents or grandparents. So that's myself and my sister. Our parents weren't part of the Windrush generation. But the broader impacts, right?
Yes.
You're part of that broader story.
Yes.
Because the way they treated us then, regardless of whether or not you came on Windrush or not, was the same.
Yes.
Right? We were still excluded from houses.
Yes.
We were still blocked from employment.
Yes.
We were still blocked from quality schooling.
Yes.
We all experienced that.
Yes.
So we're part of that timeline.
Thank you so much, Denise. And how can people get hold of you, even though we're going to put the details there? Okay.
Yep. We have a thriving Instagram page.
Yes.
So go and check us out, Emancipated Run Crew, on Instagram.
Yes.
We're now on LinkedIn. We have a website.
Yes.
Keeps updated. So yeah.
That's good because I walk and talk in the morning as well. So we will
Come
link up.
join us. Come.
Yeah, man. We'll find out. Come to Beckenham Place Park and stuff like that.
We're down the road.
Bless you. Thank
Nice
you
to
so
see
much.
you.
Well,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, as you can see, Windrush and many different discussions will be happening here at the conference. So we'll tune in back to the conference as well. Thank you.
Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2.
now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and it's a lunch season now, and we'll come back to you with more interviews, also with Mr. Orlando Terrelong, MP, State Minister in the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs, Mr. Courtney Campbell from VM Group, and others. Thank you.